Hi, folks. I'm John Mullen, the Energy Evangelist, and today we're in the Evangelist Talks for February 21. And I have my colleague with us.
Hi, it's Laura Short, owner of Green at Heart.
Hello, Laura. It's it's not a very nice day out there, so I won't say it's a lovely day. Last month, we were talking about energy goals and how to work out where we've been to help us make qualified business decisions. And that in turn would save money in our business. So, if anybody wants to look at that, you can find the video on the energyevangelist.co.uk blog page. So, this edition is all about purchasing energy for your business. So, Laura, what sort of topics will we talk about today?
Well, I think it's really important that we look at the essentials that you've got to buy for your business. The majority of businesses will have gas, electric, but there's also things like water as well that needs to be considered. We don't always get a choice as to who our provider is, but now that deregulation's coming into force, we are able to have that choice now. Certainly in the commercial market, as well as thinking about all our other purchasing decisions as well, and how we actually go about setting up a strategy for putting a purchasing policy in place.
Yes, indeed. There's so many decisions to make. And well, Laura and myself are just there to try and help people make the process easier. You don't want to have to slog to get to make these decisions.
Exactly. Why waste time on all the boring things? Just you run your business and we'll sort the rest of it out.
Sounds good. So let's go to a very quick ad and we'll be back in a second. Hello, my friends. It's just a quick slot to tell you about the Save Energy, Save Money 14-day challenge. It's an opportunity to help you find a starting place to retrieve wasted energy and putting that money back in your pocket. Oh, did I tell you? It's also free. So if you want to find out more, have a look on the link below at energyevangelist.co.uk/sign up. Bye. Hello again, and we're back. So, where will we start today? Uh, let's
Let's
switching
start with
provider.
switching suppliers.
Oh yeah. It's always one of the big topics, as because okay, let's put it bluntly: who likes telesales? Any hands up?
No,
No.
it's a minefield.
Yes, and as soon as they get your telephone number, they will be ringing you every single day. But the thing is about telesales, there's no relationship there.
Mm.
They know nothing about your business, and 99 times out of 100, they don't want to know anything about your business. So, have you had that situation before?
Yeah, I mean, I get companies calling me constantly, either on the domestic side for my own property or as a commercial broker wanting to get hold of my clients really, and use me as a tool to get to them, which obviously I would never do. But I also feel for my clients, it's just such a waste of their time. With a commercial contract, you've got such a small window of time. You've only got 30 days to make that switch. And it's also worth remembering that commercial contracts are maybe 2, even 3 times longer than a domestic contract. So all these companies ringing you constantly, you're not going to remember their details by the time your 3, 4, 5 year contracts come to an end, and then you hit that 30-day window to actually make the switch. It's much easier to contact John, get the energy evangelist in, get them to help you sort that out, get them to and get John to help you set that window in place. You know when your switch is going to happen, and then he can look across the market and see what's the best deal for you.
Well, actually, what you said, there was just a slight little tweak. Yes, you have a minimum of 30 days, but depending on your existing contract, some suppliers allow you to make or put plans into action up to 12 months before. So it helps you to make the right decision, but also it helps you to buy at the right point in time. Because quite often, if your contract is due in the middle of the winter, that's the most expensive time. So if you're able to get into an agreement during the summertime, quite often you will get better prices. So it's knowing how the trade works. It's knowing who to speak to. One little thing on the domestic side, if you look at the, say, Money Supermarket or U-Switch or any of the other websites which help you, always go for the best reviews, because if you go for the cheapest price, guess what happens? In the last 18 months, 24 suppliers have gone bust because they didn't have they weren't putting the right money into looking after their clients. So it's
And I just heard
also
of another two that have gone this week, because they give you such a fantastic introductory offer, which they are running at a loss to themselves. That
yes,
then when they sign up too many customers, they can't function as a business, and it's not a good business model. It might sound attractive to get that great introductory offer, but it's always worth looking at the long-term contract that you're going to have with that supplier. And like
definitely.
you say, John, look at the reviews, see what other people think of them, and also make your decision as to what you want from an energy supplier. There's so many out there on the market that it isn't just necessarily about buying the cheapest, but buy the one that fits with your business.
Yes, and in some ways that leads on to the second thing. Do you want to go green?
Dog's just gone there.
Oh, don't you love working from home?
Oh, absolutely.
And you've got the builders in at the same time.
I
So
have as well. They're just
and,
upstairs. As
and
long as
the
they don't come
kids.
through.
So yeah, let's go. Yeah, going back to going green. Uh, it's this whole thing of, do we want to make a difference? Do we? Quite often there is negligible or no difference between going green and buying from the biggest polluter on the planet.
Absolutely.
So
One thing I would say with making a choice for a green energy supplier is, please do a bit of research or ask someone to do it on your behalf, because there are a lot of suppliers out there who will claim to be 100% renewable, but all they're doing is paying into an offset scheme. They're not actually buying the energy from renewable sources in the first place. So there should be a small breakdown on your energy supply contract as to where that energy comes from, and really do look into that, because you can think you're making a difference and you can think you're buying from a reputable company that's claiming to be 100% renewable, when in actual fact you're just buying from a coal-fired power station and you're not getting what you've paid for. So please look into that.
yes, there's so many decisions to make, and we're both, Laura and myself, are in the business of making it easy for you guys to make the right decisions. We don't want you to make a snap decision. We want to talk about it, work through it, make sure it works for your business. And that's the most important thing in the long run. It's irrelevant of anything else until it's right for your business. So
Absolutely.
that's it for today. Thank you for taking time to come and have a look and see what's going on. So it's goodbye from me.
Bye.
And goodbye from Laura.